And that was just the first tease of Muse. Now we go to the next issue where we finally get to meet him. Now at the start of this issue, I'm gonna mention one thing that's kind of important, but it's for later. And what we see is an Inhuman running through the alley, and he's about to get ganged up on by a bunch of people and probably killed. But someone comes out of nowhere, killing all of them and saving the Inhuman. Not important now, but it will be later. And after the last issue, Matt does end up calling the police to check out the painting, and in this issue we get to see the detectives trying to do their detective work. And later in the night, they go back to check on the painting. But when they go back to check on the painting, something's different. Muse has actually came back and rewrote over his work, saying you're only as good as your last performance, and then an address under it. Now this is where Matt Murdock, the police, Blind Spot, they all head to this address to figure out what's going on, and what they find is literally insane. What they find is a bunch of Inhumans clearly dead and all the blood sucked out of them. They all look weird, they all look gross, but they're set up in a way of just doing normal activities. On the toilet, doing laundry, watching TV, just set up like props. But Matt actually senses a very fast-paced heartbeat and says, hold on, I'll be right back, I'll catch you guys later. And he runs to the rooftop suiting up as Daredevil. And as Daredevil's running through the rooftops trying to find this heartbeat, he starts thinking about these crimes, that this criminal doesn't think they're a criminal, but that they're an artist. As if the thing in that room was one of his works of art and was finally unveiled for the first time. So as an artist, his heart's pounding and he has to know, he needs to hear it. And he finally arrives to Muse with him saying, hello, did you like my work?